So, welcome back to the post-match interview with Nick. Nick, how are we doing?
Yeah, very good, thanks. How about yourself, Dean?
Yeah, not too bad. Crazy day yesterday, getting everything ready for the photos, but glad to be relaxed and chilled today.
Excellent.
So, we'll get into it now then. Obviously, game yesterday against Harefield. What were your thoughts on the game?
I thought we started well. Obviously got the early goal through something that we've been working on quite a bit during pre-season. And I thought we settled into it quite well, but then we just started forcing things, and they gave us a lot of time and space on the ball. And we didn't really adapt to the conditions. It was extremely windy afternoon. And yeah, I thought overall we did enough in the game. We controlled the game from start to finish, but I thought overall we were pretty poor from probably about 20 minutes in to the end. Obviously, second half's a bit different. You know, we've got 20 plus players this season, so it was about getting minutes shared. After kind of the 60-minute mark, we finished the game with 10 different players to what we started it with. So, you know, I think you can discount any kind of disjointedness late on. But even the ones that came in showed more about themselves than maybe we have done over pre-season so far. So overall happy with how we did yesterday, but I think we didn't play our normal game that we've been playing throughout pre-season. That's been really competitive and blowing some very good teams away. So that was obviously a bit disappointing. But no, overall, I'm content with what we did.
Well, there we go. I say it's the interesting thing is obviously now pre-season is done and dusted. I know there's been a few things you've said there, obviously what you guys have been working on. We won't say anything too much because we know you don't like to give anything away, mate. How happy are you, obviously, with pre-season then? I know, again, obviously last season you said that it was sort of the friendlies were all done from already before you were even appointed. You were able to pick the teams that you wanted and the steps and the levels that you wanted to face. How do you think the boys have done, and obviously what you've asked of them to do, obviously through pre-season and obviously carry on through the season as your game plan, and that, how do you think they've done?
Yeah, no, I think last season, so no friendlies were sorted before I was appointed. So it was a case of getting whoever was available very late in the day in terms of arranging friendlies goes. So it was a poor pre-season, and it didn't set us up at all well. Coupled with the fact it was a new team and stuff, I've been very vocal about that, obviously, in our interviews. So I think this pre-season, you know, I've cherry-picked the teams I wanted to play. I arranged them before the season had finished. So we made sure that we had a good mix in there. So we've played step 3 teams, step 4, step 5, and a step 6. So we've had a good variety of fixtures. And a good variety of results. You know, we've had all 3 types of results: draws, losses, and obviously a number of good wins. But I think pre-season's gone exactly how I'd hoped it had. I think we're in a good place. The new boys that have come in have fit in very well. As you know, we only brought in what we needed because we kept a good core of players. So it wasn't a case of having to gel together, you know, a completely new side. It's just gelling a few players within that, and everyone's adapted well. Everyone's bought into what we're doing this season, and you know, we're looking good. But until we get going on Tuesday night, you never really know, obviously, what you're coming up against. Other than, I think I mentioned it last week, other than what you see people tweet out, and a lot of the teams don't tweet anything out either. So you never really know what you're coming up against. But in terms of how we've strengthened and how we've developed as a group, we're in a much better place than we were last season.
Well, that's always good to hear. Last question, Nick. Obviously, I know you are very busy getting ready for Tuesday. Obviously, a very busy month coming ahead. Obviously, first game of the season on Tuesday, the 1st. Action packed. Do you think the boys are ready for the high intensity and the quick turnaround in games straight away?
Yeah, I think everyone's just raring to go now, to be honest. You know, pre-season's great, but then when you get towards the end of it, you just want the league to start. And so, yeah, August is like you said, a very busy month. Games every Saturday, obviously, and then most Tuesdays. And yeah, I think we're ready for it. We've prepared well. Everyone knows exactly what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve, and we're ready to get started. So yeah, I think the boys are prepared well. We do exactly what we do before every game. We've done it during pre-season. We continue it obviously through the season. Nothing changes in terms of our pre-match prep. So just looking forward to getting going against Cockfosters on Tuesday night at home now, and then obviously away in the FA Cup on Saturday against Sawbridgeworth. Yeah, for me, we're, like I said just before, you know, we're looking good. So I'm excited to get the season started now. It's a long month, August, in terms of fixtures, so lots to play for.
No, definitely. Well, as I say, Nick, thank you for your time this evening. I will see you on Tuesday for the game against Cockfosters. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the season. And we'll have a little conversation on Wednesday about how the game went as well. All right.